fury. Got a flag to hoist, America voiced, all the Sarahs so moist. It's time we rejoiced. I grew up loving this country, I looked around and was hungry. I went to work real young, I knew I was my father's son. They said work the machine, I knew what it could mean. The printing press was swift, I knew I'd been given a gift. So I was thrown into words, started building my worlds, communicating with man and spread it all across the land. I had to etch out a living all along I was given, kept building my poems till the day everybody know. I'm from a part of these United States that's known for fighting. My countrymen, they needed freedom, they were struck by lightning. So I took to writing, making everything inviting. What I put down was biting, I guess I was reuniting. I tried my hand at teaching, but it wasn't reaching strong. I tackled it with my brother, but something went wrong. Then I met some writer artist friends that brought the dawn, like Emerson, who encouraged me to go to Walden Pond. Let me tell you a little bit about a giant. You put him onto the earth, he looked defiant. Sets his sights on a game, he's gonna try it, but it pisses people off, it gets violent. Ernest Hemingway was one of a kind. He went looking for danger all the time. Got himself an award, but he'd use his mind, writing down everything to capture mankind. When he got home, his thoughts unfurled. His attention kept moving to the world. The lady was a tramp, no, the lady was free. She took a whiff of freedom, thought about her family. She would save up money, working really, really hard. Make the trip back, it didn't matter how far. Going through the marshes, going through the woods, traveling at night, she remembered what she could. Soon they called her Moses, her people was her load. She took them all aboard her underground railroad. The Bible was caught. After decades of war, I gave in, but I should have gave more. I had lost, but soon my soul was torn. I found God, they'd opened up a door. So I read about this Jesus Christ. He knew pain, it sounded like my life. The dangers kept on coming. He showed America something, dangling in the air with his body thrusting. Sometimes he was underwater, like the Chinese water torture. He'd make the people sweat watching, it was such a scorcher. They'd bury him alive, he'd have to crawl out to survive. Too many times he took a dive, but he'd always revive. To everybody he was indestructible, untouchable. He would go against the odds and he was comfortable. That was the day my brother and I first imagined we could fly. We tore that thing apart, built our own and put in the sky. We grew into men, we couldn't shake the feeling that we were meant to work on something to carry human beings. So we put our minds to work to try to solve the problem. We knew that it was dangerous, so many people falling, but we didn't care about every reason we should stop. We just kept on working on it every day in our shop, using the knowledge and the money that we earned from bikes. It wasn't long before we went from working days to nights, chasing after our dream of building our flying machine. Took us down a path that very few people had seen. We learned from aviation pioneers, but even they fall. Imagine how we felt disproving our hero Lilienthal. We had to start over from scratch, but we didn't care. And when we thought we had it solved, here came the air.
Up over the world, you can see it's round. Farms are rectangles thrown across the ground. Wave down at the flight of society. Hello down there. They can't make us come down. Let's pause for a breath before they turn it to death. Can't get at us yet, they can't make us forget. There's so much to learn, keep on flying, never return.
Charlie was a poor boy, but he yearned to be more. Watched his mom on stages, studied from a side door. It wasn't long before he stepped right on that center stage. Started off singing and dance, what a clever age. Kept perfecting his art, he made the crowd laugh. He'd make them stand up, then they'd all clap. His smile faded when he'd leave, man, he'd grip the curtain. The real world was so different, it was always hurting. So he'd armor up himself, then he'd walk around looking for some beauty or a wonderful sound. Women's voices echoed from the hall, he liked to watch and wanted to protect them all. He saw what happened to his mom, so he watches his step. He wants to make a career, get a bigger rep. Discovers moving pictures, sends some letters quick. Ready to sail across the ocean, he's on a trip. I can picture you a little kid, using your imagination like you did. Going to a movie theater, watching Errol Flynn, reading every book, the hero's gotta win. Walking out into a New York City street, looking up at all those skyscrapers peak. Adventure stories running through your mind. It wasn't long before you made a newer kind. Fresh out of high school working comics, you took funny pages, made them into comets. You made a whole universe full of action. You had Jack Kirby drawing with a passion. You made worlds that were real and unbelievable. You took heroes and you made them all relatable. For the first time we could see ourselves in them. You made us feel like we could save our fellow men. You had us flying like the Human Torch, reading all those pages on our front porch. Smart as heck like Mr. Fantastic. What you dreamed up was bigger than classic. You had Captain America popping out of ice. You brought the comic industry back to life. Like Thor, you threw a real big hammer. Your words were now embedded in our grammar. Your characters captured how we feel. Your stories taught us all how to deal. Like the Incredible Hulk, we could get mad, but we used it for good to fight all the bad. Knew the world wasn't perfect and it had problems. You made a Spider-Man for all the Green Goblins. You saw the very best in every individual. Thank you for the dreams, I got the visual.